He's a guy without a clue who doesn't know what to do. Republican or Democrat, he's not sure where he's at. It's not so much fun knowing how the country's run. Liberals, conservatives, House of Representatives. Are you right? Are you left? Which way do you lean? Who knows what the hell does that even mean?
Welcome to POV America with your host, Brian.
Can you guys hear me yet? Let me see my level. Okay, there we go. My levels. Just want to. I'm watching to see if my levels come up, and but I can kind of see that's where they are. Let me go ahead and try and add a little bit more gain to it if I can, and see if I just want to make sure that when I'm speaking, you can at least hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, there we go. Yep, that does it. Okay, guys. So anyway, as you see, I'm going to go ahead and wear the Trump hat today. I think that's going to speak volumes for where I'm at. After watching a little bit of the news, even though I said I wasn't going to, I actually kind of broke my promise, and I checked out a website, and I seen that he actually is, they had a proposal to going to give him $1.3 billion for this wall, even though they're calling it a fence. They don't want to call it a wall. They want to call it a fence. You know, you call a pig, it's still a pig. So here's my point. I'm thinking now. Remember, guys, you got to remember, Trump's a business guy. He's not a politician. So here's what I think he's going to do, and I hope I'm right, because it would be hilarious if he does. But I think what he's going to do is he's going to sign this thing and take the 1.3 billion. Then he's got another like 900 million he can take and reallocate funds from other things. He's going to go ahead and reallocate that fund, so he'll have 1.3 plus the 900 million. The 900 million he's going to reallocate. Then that'll give him almost half of what he's looking for. But then he'll go ahead and declare the national emergency anyway and get this border wall done. So I was kind of laughing when I read it. I'm like, oh, and I saw the Democrats were up there and they said, this is the same offer we gave him before and he turned it down. So this is, basically what they're trying to do is say, we're not budging. We're going to give you the same, we're going to offer you the same thing we offered you before. Now, Trump is not stupid. He's a business guy. Now, he could just decline it and say, you know what, you didn't give me what I wanted. Now I'm just going to do a national emergency. He could do that. And, and he may. But I think that business savvy, he might just say, all right, great, we'll take that 1.3 and we'll apply it with this other 900 million, and now we'll do a national emergency and get the rest. So that way he can say, well, the national emergency really only cost us a couple $2 billion, and I think it'll get them everything they need. So I'm really I was really kind of optimistic today after kind of watching that and thinking, okay, well, we're finally going to get some movement on this stuff. And that was one of my biggest things, is just seeing it at a stalemate. And it was so frustrating. That's why I wasn't following the politics anymore. I had just given up, because the little games that these guys play, Trump has done. As a matter of fact, one thing that would really surprise me, let me see if I can find it. One thing that really surprised me, I went to CNN.com. Now, CNN, remember, they are anti-Trump on every level. I mean, they just are. But all of a sudden, and one of the videos I watched on there was this lady basically admitting that jobs were up, and unemployment down. I mean, she was basically everything that Trump has done positive, she was highlighting it, which blew me away from CNN because, their news stories are, what can I say, a little less than newsworthy. I mean, that's probably the best way I can put it. I did see a story there. I think if you guys were with me on the afternoon drive, there was a story. Just incredibly. It was very surprising to me to see the story on CNN because of how newsworthy it was. I was very impressed, and I think it may have even been picked up by other news outlets as well. And it was. Let me see if I can find it. It was that this man had actually caught a giant goldfish with a biscuit. It was amazing show of support, newsworthy element. So, let me think. Who's the other psycho that they have now to deal with that? Ocasio-Cortez or something? The lady who's mentally ill. I think she this is just my opinion, folks. I think she's kind of touched. She's out of touch with reality. She got elected on a fluke. Had to be a fluke. Either people were drunk or drinking the night before. She has no business being in the position she is, and I don't think she's going to last there anyway, because she's either going to have to get on board and learn politics and learn how to really do her position, or she's just going to be ousted because she's a clown. Everybody's already laughing at her. And I'm right behind him laughing, going, God, get this woman's such an idiot. I mean, I don't know. There's just you can only take so much in the political in the world of politics. And so I mean, when I see people like this talking about what is it, her tax policy and everything, I'm going, you are barely old enough to finish college, if that. I mean, I don't know. I just don't have faith in these young people because they're really idealistic, and I think that's great. But then you also have to you actually have to think. You actually have to use your brain. You actually have to be aware of economies and how things work in the world. And at her, when I listen to her, I think to myself going, yeah, no, I don't. I don't think that she's really with it. So hopefully they'll go ahead and do what they need to and get rid of her because she's just a badass. She should just go ahead and become a Democrat or something because that's really where her loyalties lie. I think she probably ran as a Republican so she could get be elected and then all of a sudden say, okay, now I'm actually a Democrat and I'm changing my party because that's the only thing that makes sense. She's just not all there in my opinion, and of course that's just my opinion. So that's one of the reasons I don't like to deal with the politics of things. What else did I read? I read California, the home of the Democrats and all that. They have a $77 billion bullet train. And I guess that they're going to pull the plug on that. From my understanding, they were going to put this bullet train, and it was going to stretch from the border so they could get the immigrants into California faster. So they were figuring, okay, well, we don't have to worry about the wall because it's all just a manufactured crisis. But what they were going to do is do a $77 billion bullet train to get them from Southern California to Northern California faster. That way, as the immigrants come in, they can go ahead and get them across the state really quick. So, but apparently they're going to pull the plug on that, and I have a feeling they're pulling the plug on that because of the wall, and they're figuring, oh God, now we can't get all the immigrants, out of here and bring all those drugs in that we were planning to pot. I think that's kind of my theory. California figures, look, if we can let the immigrants come in, if we can let the drugs come in, we'll be able to really boost our economy. I don't know. They're these guys are these are the stars that make us our movies, and they're the guys, they're the men and women that live behind gated communities and are going to try and tell you and me what's important. Not. Let's see, what else did I read today? Can't remember. There wasn't. Oh, I know. The Jewish girl that thinks she's funny. They call her a comedian, but she's really just, not funny. What's her name? Silverman, Sarah Silverman. She was the Jewish girl that was married to the one TV host that they consider themselves comedians and think they're funny, and really they're just disgusting people. But it doesn't matter. I never met them personally, just everything that I've watched. But she went off on Trump in a cussing tweet about something. Anyway, that's the stuff that's why I don't follow politics. I read that kind of crap and I just went, oh, you know what? Let me see. Is there anything good today? Let me see. I'm kind of going through here. I'm going to click on and see if I can go to a decent news channel. See if there's any kind of news. Let me see. The WWE star haunted by her past sex tape. Yeah, I'm sure that's real haunting. Kamala Harris marijuana record. How the California Democrat views on pot have evolved. There's money in pot. Yeah, she probably changed her tune on that. Let me see. What else do we got here? A detective and police saw 2 cops shot in Queens. This is all the good news. All the news that's fit to print. Malnourished children found in dog cages. That's great. Yeah, that's migrant group of 311 people arrested near El Paso. Bringing, I think it has like 650 captures already. Yeah, so anyway, what else? The drug dude, El Chapo. El Chapo was guilty, like there is any doubt, drug dealer did all this stuff. I guess we'll find him guilty. Let me see. What else we got? Let me see. Let me go over here and see if we got anything decent in the old news archives today. What do we have? No, boring. Brie Larson doesn't want Captain Marvel press tour to be overwhelmingly white male. Oh, shut up. God, people just... the crap that they try to put out there is just amazing. Let me see. What do we got? New study puts beer before wine hangover theory to the test. Yeah, that's news, folks. Beer before wine. Let me see. What else we got here? Anything? No, nothing good that I can see. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the Kentucky fisherman catches massive goldfish with a biscuit. That's news. Oh my God! I mean, this is what it's come to. KFC to pay a worker $1.5 million because they made it difficult to breastfeed during breaks. I can't make this stuff up, guys. I mean, this is the stuff. Here we go. Hooters. Hooters is giving free wings to customers willing to shred photos of their exes. Yeah, boy, that's awesome. What was the other one? A pregnant woman upset over lack of beef patties smashes a restaurant's windows with a bat. You don't think we live in a mentally stressed economy and world? I mean, these nutcases are out there walking around. Oh my gosh, I mean... let me see, what else? What other great news things have we had? A veteran sues an HOA for his right to fly the American flag. You believe he's got his homeowners association has to be sued so he can actually... Oh, man. What else here? Oh, Greg Brady, Barry Williams, he's selling his multi-million-dollar Malibu beach home. So if you're interested in a new home, you can get one from Greg Brady. He's selling his. What else we got going on here? Rich tenants are angry about sharing a luxury apartment building with topless college students. Yeah, I can see where that would be distressing. I mean, I would hate to have to, share a luxury apartment building with topless college students. Whoa, boy. You guys go put your tops on and just don't be naked, Yeah, just cut it out. Yeah, I can see where that would be an issue. Let me see. Here's one. There's an upscale house for sale that includes a sex basement. This is all the news that is fit to print. What else do we have here? Legendary rocker selling horse ranch for $2.8 million. That's Joe Walsh. So let me see. Boy, there's just so much great things in the news. Here we go. Katy Perry and Perry's brand respond to shoe collection being likened to blackface. Obviously, the shoes are probably black, so this is the kind of stuff it just drives me nuts. How can you even call this news? Let me see. Wow. I don't even want to go into that one. I can't even explain that one. How would I explain that? A hero dog saved a family from a gas leak. That's always exciting. Great news. Let me go here. I'm just going to go under and see what I have for news sites. If there are any kind of news sites I have that are really news sites. So let's see what we find. Let's see what we can find in the news. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was convicted, which we knew that was going to be. What else? Trump not thrilled with the border deal, which we kind of knew that was going to happen too, so that's nothing new. Let me see. Anything else that I can see here going into news before the Westminster Dog Show? Don't care. National debt hits a new milestone, topping $22 trillion. It's okay. It's okay. We'll pay you later. Well, don't worry about it. It's just a national debt. It just means it's money that we owe. Well, guess what? It would be un-American not to owe money. If you don't owe somebody money, you are not an American. If you own your car, if you own your home, if you don't have credit cards with a balance, you are un-American. So it's only fitting that America has a $22 trillion debt. That's okay. We owe it to him. We'll pay him later, but I think Trump will help pay that down. He'll get some of the money back that we've been pissing away to these other folks. So excuse my language. Let me see. What else we got here? Activision to lay off 800 workers as video game sales drop. Terrible. Let me see. What else do we have here? "40 countries agree that cars must have automatic braking." Snooze. Camels found wandering in Arizona's backyard are back home. So they lost camels. Pot smokers that went into an abandoned house to smoke pot found a tiger. This is the news. They consider this news. How's it going, M33P? Welcome back. Hopefully you got everything done tonight, got your homework done, got everything put away. I'm just kind of going through the news stuff, I can't imagine half this stuff I'm looking at. This is all considered news, so I'm just stunned that this is out there. The stuff that they have, like kids in a cage, a dog cage, and just kinds of weird things that make the news. It boggles my mind. I mean, there was something that I was talking. I don't know if you caught me earlier. I was saying there was something that was really newsworthy. I mean, every now and then, man, there's something that makes the news that absolutely is newsworthy. That you sit there and you go, "Wow, how did I miss that?" You know. To find good. I did, and I really wanted to, and that's why I said this one thing I read was actually really, I mean, it was newsworthy. It should be in every newspaper. It should be on every television. It should be on the radio. It was probably the only thing that I have read in quite some time that was really newsworthy. And what it was it was amazing. This guy went fishing and he caught a giant goldfish with a biscuit. Yeah, that's what I said. He caught a giant goldfish with a biscuit. Yeah, so I mean, it was, of course, it was on CNN, it was on Fox News. It was absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm sure we were all thrilled. I mean, just think of how big the bowl was he had to be fishing out of. This goldfish was like this big. So of course the bowl had to even be huger, I guess. So I don't know. Yeah, there was nothing good in the news. No matter how hard I looked, I could not find anything positive in the news. I mean, and I tried. I went through just story after story, trying to find what I could actually say was a good story. And the harder I looked, the more ridiculous the stories became. I mean, here they're doing a bullet train in California. 77 billion. Yeah, biscuits and gravy with fish, with goldfish. Who fishes for a goldfish? Tell me that. Number one, I wouldn't even know where you go to fish for a goldfish. Goldfish are this big. This guy's fish was this big. And obviously he was fishing in a special tank or something. I have no idea. But it was actually hilarious. But that's the kind of stuff that I found in the news. I'm looking for something that was not boring. And everything that I found was just ridiculous garbage. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. So I kind of lost track of what I was doing. I was kind of like, I'm not going to do these things. I'm not going to look in the news. And then after you kind of get sucked into it because you're kind of trying to find something that, like I was going, I'll find something interesting I can talk about. And I don't really want to talk about any of the crap that's in there. They talked about this. We had a huge drug dealer, El Chapo, that was guilty. That they had put him on trial and they found him guilty. I don't care. I don't care if he's guilty. I don't even care. I don't even know who he is. He was some big drug dealer. Does it matter to me? Did it affect my family or me personally? No, it didn't. So I don't want to know about that. Tell me something cool. Tell me about the UFO. The UFO that crash landed in Wisconsin. That's what I want to know. And the scientists, the military went there and they actually they surrounded this whole little town. They blocked it off and they're carrying pieces in. That's what I want to know about. The people and the residents of the town, they saw the glowing. It was glowing, this bright glowing like a reddish green. And when they went down there and they said there was like bodies all over and this was an alien craft, and it was nothing that was made by American, or other nationalities or other countries. It was 100% unquestionable alien technology that had crashed in Wisconsin. That's the kind of news stories I want to see. Those are the ones I'm interested in, but they're not out there. So if it's not a good conspiracy theory or a UFO, then I don't know. I'm not interested. I don't care about collusion or politics that much. See, I even wore, I wore a hat that basically says Trump for keeping America great. But the truth of the matter is, it's just a hat. So it could have said anything. It could say, I like big boobs. I don't know. I could say anything I want, but it's a hat. It was, so I don't know. But anyway, I did kind of break down and I went through the internet and just tried to find something. I did see they had a preview for the new, the Avengers movie with, what's his name? Thanos, the one where I don't know if you've seen it, but they have the sequel coming out in April called, I think it's called The Avengers, The End Game or something. I did see the preview for that. Looks awesome. I'm going to go see that. I think it's out this April, and they have a couple other movies I want to go see. So that was actually a cool thing. Let me see. Yeah, that was it, man. There was nothing going on. So that was pretty much the highlight of my day. Just spending my lunch hour going, no, don't care, stupid, dumb. I mean, trying to just find something that was vaguely interesting that I would actually be able to say. Like they talked about, there was one interview where they spent 15 minutes talking to Will Smith. Will Smith, they did a remake, or no, let's call it a reboot. They did a reboot of Aladdin. There was an animated Disney movie called Aladdin, and it had Robin Williams playing this genie. Well, they've now done a remake, but they put real actors in these. So Will Smith, the guy that was in like Independence Day and Men in Black, and well, they took Will Smith and they made him the genie, and they painted him all blue. And there was this 15-minute thing about Will Smith being painted blue, and I'm going, man, I mean, who cares? I mean, who cares? He was blue. The genie was blue. They painted him blue, but it was 15 minutes of just da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I was going, okay, I don't know what to do, man. I was thinking of looking into what other type of games I can now understand why a lot of these gamers get on and they play their games, because really, if you can focus on just playing your games and kind of filtering out this news garbage, it's probably much more fun to play the game and talk about the game or other things that just come up than to try and find stuff in the news. I mean, I looked at what is that movie, the series Game of Thrones. I was looking at they had the little clips and the little how the next Game of Thrones is set to come out, I think next month or this month. So that was it, man. So how was your day? What did you do today? Anything exciting? Really, was there anything outstanding in your day that went on? Because here, I don't know if I never asked you if you're in the U.S. or if you're where you're at, but I mean, there was like nothing exciting here in Florida, I'm going to tell you. Not in local news, not in national news. It was just blah. So, but I was thinking about trying to figure out what the hell. I might just go ahead and start putting my games on and actually playing. So while I'm doing this, I'll be playing something down in the corner. But yeah, I can't do the news. I don't want to hear about Friends or the sitcoms that are doing coming back. Don't care. So I'm trying to find out what the heck. Now, I don't know if you saw on like this morning. I don't know if you were in on this morning. Did you catch the morning drive at all? Had a little fun this morning. Bought some breakfast for the people behind me at McDonald's. So that was kind of fun, just to know that they're going to get their morning started off. And they're going to be like, oh wow, this guy in front of us bought us breakfast. So there was a couple cars behind me, and I paid for them, and that was kind of like the highlight of my morning. I was like, yeah, I wonder what they're going to probably freak out. And the one guy was yelling, hey, man, thanks. And I was like, yeah, no problem. But, yeah, there's really not a whole lot. Hey, let me see this. Hang on one sec. I want to see if yeah, there it goes. Gets a little bit better. Yeah, these little backdrops that I have, the what do they call them? The chroma keys I have different chroma keys that I have in place, and if I get too close to the lens of the camera, it'll like kind of uncolor them. So just to let you know, this is not my house. I mean, that is definitely not my house. I mean, this would be nice if it was my house. It'd be cool. I'd be like, yeah, that's a city out there. That's Las Vegas. Yeah, that's that. I just look out. I overlook Las Vegas, so that would actually be really cool. But no, yeah, that's not it. Matter of fact, here, let me go like this. I'll give you an idea. Instead of that being like my house, let me show you. This is kind of, let me see, what would be give me a good view of what, here we go. This is more to my here. Yep, Well, I was going to clean up with the maid's day off, so I didn't really do anything today. Like Billy Bob Thornton. Yeah, make me some biscuits and gravy, biscuits and mustard. Yeah, so that's kind of more or less my house. My house does not look anything, anything like this one. So that's funny. So that's probably what I should do. I should go ahead and try and get a backdrop that I actually like. I mean, can you see that one? Is that I don't know if you can actually see the. Yeah, it looks okay. Does it look clear? That's really what I want to know. If it looks clear to you, that's my. I'm trying to see. Let me see what other ones I got here. We've got. Yeah, this is one. I could be in a different room. Shh, be quiet, man. We don't want to wake up the family. It's nighttime. So we don't want to wake them up. What else do I have? I could be in my study. I could be saying, well, I had some work to do here in the home office, and I just decided I'd come over here and talk before I go over back to my desk there and finish the work I have. No. Let me see what else we have. I could sit all night and plump. Well, that's cool. Some of these are pretty cool. I kind of like put them in all. I'm looking at them by name. So, what is this one? Mountain Dew. Oh yeah, here we go. Yep, there we go. Mountain Dew. Code Red Diet. Code Red. Awesome. So what else? What do we got here? Let's try this one. Let me go here. Well, I tried everything I could, Commander, but fortunately we just can't get enough power from the systems. It seems that our dilithium crystals back there just aren't going to hold the charge that they did. So we're going to have to go down to the planet, and we're going to go ahead and have to pick up some new fuel sources, cells for the actual equipment. So if we can go down there. Hey, Wild Earth Soul, good to meet you. Thanks for stopping by. Just kind of playing around with this setup I got here. Kind of looking at these different backgrounds. So trying to find one that actually fits, and just kind of amusing myself. And I could, hey, Captain, there's nothing we can do. We've got to get out of here. The Romulans, they're coming. We've got to run, Captain. Yes, I'm juvenile, childish, immature. What can I say? Yeah, we'll go back to the background that I used the other day. Here we go. Oh my God, it is freezing outside. I mean, absolutely freezing. Got snow a foot deep. No. But I did finally figure out how to get. I just can't figure out how to get the sound from that fireplace down. And then we've got the. What is this one? This is our famous background for the office. We'll go back to here. All right, so there we go. Anyway, guys, so what do we got going on? So are you you're home now? Are you doing anything with you got schoolwork going? What's going on? Why do I still hear a fireplace? I still hear a fireplace. But I don't see a fireplace. All right, hold on. We're going to have to go to this one and find out why I actually have a fireplace going on. Wow, I don't know. It's actually kind of weird. No properties available. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have a fireplace going on. I guess. Let me see. What can I do about that? Well, it looks like this is gonna be the background for tonight. And if I can move it down a little bit, we'll go ahead and inch it down, maybe. Oh well. So anyway, guys, this is kind of where I'm at tonight. Nothing going on. All right. Alrighty. Well, anyway, guys, this is kind of what it was going to be for today. I just wanted to make sure I got here on time for you because I didn't want to. I know 7 o'clock means 7 o'clock, and you guys have gotten on me about making sure I get here on time. So, but I am going to go ahead and change this. I can't get rid of that sound. For some reason, the fireplace, can you hear it? Hear it crackling in the background? I can't get rid of that sound. So I'm either I'd have to delete it, or I'm just going to go ahead and change that background to something a little different, and then I can at least, and then we'll do that. Well, see, the sound is still there. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. I'm not going to worry too much about it, but it is one of those things that it's going to grind on me until I can figure out what the hell that sound is. And then I look at these, and yeah, they're all right. Anyway, so that was kind of today. That was really just trying to find the news stories in the news were just basically garbage news today. So there was nothing there. I was more interested about watching Big Bang Theory than anything else. I mean, I'm trying to keep caught up on these before they go off the air. That was probably it. That and the Avengers. I had not seen the actual, the Avenger. I saw the first one, but this new one, the Endgame, the new sequel coming out in April. Very cool. So I mean, it looks like it'll be another $200 million, billion-dollar one for the production companies. But I'll tell you what, it looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and try and catch that. Anyway, I figured I'd come on tonight and just do about a half hour. I wasn't going to do a long anything because I went through my classes and I'm exhausted. I mean, I'm literally just spent. So I figured I'd try and come in, at least be here for a little while, and we'll do maybe a half hour. We've already done, what have we done? Wow, almost 45 minutes already. So I'm just want to, like I said, go through the motions and be here when I have to, because until I get something that's back to normal, so to speak, I definitely want to, let me go here too, and I do want to, now I did find out on this Mixer, I got a lot of you guys coming on from Mixer, and I did see that. Let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and try and get a couple of you guys some of these. I found out that these sparks that I have, I guess they're called sparks. The sparks that I have, I can actually give away to people. I've got like, I don't know, almost 500,000 sparks or whatever. I guess that's a lot to have. And I didn't even know I was collecting. I didn't even know I had these things. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give some of these away. I'm going to go on Mixer while I'm on Twitch. I'm going to go to Mixer, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to find some of the people that are on here. Oh, deck cards. Hey man, nice to see you. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. Every time that thing goes off, scares the hell out of me because I forget I got it configured for those alerts. So, but yeah, I'm going to go here. There's a Wild Earth Soul. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can give him some of these sparks. Like I said, they have different things on Twitch has the bits, which eventually I'm going to be de-virginized. Somebody will donate bits to me or something like that, and I'll go ahead and be de-virginized on that. But they have on Mixer, they have these things called sparks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try and give away. I have like 500,000 of these things. I have no idea what they're, I have no idea what these sparks are for. So what I figure is I'll go here and I'll just, I'll kind of give them to the people that are on Mixer. Oh, there we go. We're going to go ahead and change that up and put a, now, I've got to figure out how do I know who's online on Mixer? I mean, how do I know who's actually streaming now? It looks like these are all off. So if they're not online, can I give them embers when they're offline? No, I can't. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just I'll let this go ahead and go. And then like I said, on Twitch they've got the bits. So I haven't been de-virginized yet on Twitch. So I haven't received any of the bits or anything. But on Mixer, see, I've got like about 500,000 of these things they call sparks. I have no idea what the sparks are, but with 500,000 of them, I'm going to go ahead and give a bunch of these away. I have no idea. Somebody else will be able to use them. I don't know. So let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and go over here to Mixer, and then whoever's on, if you're on Mixer, go ahead and let me know. I'll shoot some sparks to you. Hey, deck cards, man, I'm glad to see you coming in. Appreciate you. I'm going to go ahead and try and give you some of these sparks. If you're on Mixer, let me know. I'll kick you some of these things. I have no idea what they're for, but I've got like 500,000 of them. Apparently, the other day, who was it? It was either M33P or one of the other folks that I think it was him, was telling me about the sparks. So if you guys want some, I'll kick you some, and you can have them. As I said, I don't know what good they're for. Hopefully they do you some good. I don't know what as I said, on Twitch they have bits, and I've tried to configure all the bits and the tips and the alerts on Twitch, but I haven't done them on Mixer because I'm kind of new to it. Being a new streamer, I stream to all these different platforms: Twitch, Mixer, Periscope, YouTube, StreamMe, Smashcast, all these different ones. But to be honest with you guys, being so new, I haven't got a chance to actually go to them and configure each of those different streams to know, what benefit, how I can help the other streamers. Because being a community, like on Twitch, I see there's all kinds of, like Barnacles, there's guys that I follow, and I'll go ahead and actually use my Prime, my Amazon Prime, and I'll subscribe to their channel, because Bezos will give like $5 to the streamer that you subscribe to if you're Amazon Prime. So I'll try and subscribe to the ones that I like to follow. But on Mixer, if you're a streamer and or if you know a streamer that wants some of these, let me know. I'll go ahead and kick them some of these sparks, they're called. Now, the embers, I'm not sure. Embers, I think embers are like Twitch's bits. I think there's a monetary value. Oh, and if you were with me on Saturday when I was doing the stream, we were doing those the random acts of kindness, buying lunch and movie tickets for people and stuff like that. Just so you know, I don't do this full time. Like a lot of people do this as a living. They do this for their living. I don't do it that way. So this is kind of just fun for me. I'm just doing it for pretty much because I enjoy the stream. I actually didn't know if I'd like it at first, but I actually do. It's actually a lot of fun. So if you're watching, be sure to watch on the weekends too. I'm going to start doing a Saturday stream, and I'll have some fun with that. So let me go here. I'm going to take a look at the live chat. I'm going to see who's Wild Earth Soul. We'll see here. I can maybe, if he's on, I can see if I can kick him some sparks. And here's M33. I'm a sheep. Nope, he's off. All right, well, he's off, and then they're off too. Well, eventually I'll catch somebody on, and I'll go ahead and give them some of these sparks and contribute to their channels too, because there's a lot of great channels out there. So anyway, guys, I really truly appreciate you. I wanted to make sure I was here for you today on time, 7 o'clock. I figured I'd do a quick hour, and if we come up with something to talk about, we did movies yesterday. We talked about a lot of movies. Had a great time. It went from, I was only going to do a half hour yesterday. We were on for like 2 hours and 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours. That was a lot of fun. I enjoy when the chat gets going and people were talking about different things. That's the most fun for me. I mean, when I started this channel in January, I had no idea where I was going with it. I had no idea who was going to participate or who was going to be part of it. But the thing was, I didn't want to be pigeonholed into just talking about one thing. So the nice part is we've had some, once the chat gets going and people get in, it's been a lot of fun because we've been very, very lucky to be able to move from one topic to another. And I don't mind doing politics. I don't mind doing, religion or all these other topics that are a little bit more serious. But at the same time, I'm a business technology and innovation guy. I mean, even though I teach at a prison, even though I do, and I'm an instructor at a prison, which is, man, there's stories in itself. You know, I used to watch these prison movies and go, oh, that's so fake. No, 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 not really. I mean, the stuff that goes on, I mean, I don't even, and my son works. He's an officer. He's an officer, a deputy officer at one of these prisons, and he works out. They have dual dorms. They have like men in one side, and they have a women's side of the jail. And he tells me all the time about these women, and he says he goes, Dad, you wouldn't believe me. These women are so nasty, and he'd be like telling me all these things that they do, and I would be afraid. I would be absolutely terrified of catching something, you know, in that environment. I mean, you could get like gonosyphoherpalades or something, like a combination of all. What'd you get? Oh, I got gonosyphoherpalades because I worked at this prison. You know, I mean, I wouldn't even want to go near some of the people the way he describes what they do. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an instructor. I teach technology at a prison. So, you know, the inmates that I teach are male, and they're nowhere near as, from what my son says, they're nowhere near as nasty as these women that can be in these prisons. And I'm going, yeah, that's that. What is that movie? What was the series? Orange is the New Black? Is that what it was? Orange is the New Black? So that kind of makes me want to watch that now to see if he's telling me the truth. We watch that series. But anyway, so yeah, today was one of those days where it was a lot of fun to go in this morning. We did we bought breakfast for the people behind us, a couple of the cars behind us at McDonald's. That was kind of fun, just to see their expression. I like to watch and kind of see what they like. What the heck, you know? They're all, you know, that's all right. You know, that's the whole idea. Get your day started off to a good start. And if you were watching Saturday was a lot of fun too. Had a really good time. We did the movie, bought the movie tickets for the family, and it was fun. And we're gonna do some more of that. That's why I was saying all the bits, all the stuff that once I get that all set up, I'll find out if I have it all working. But once all that's there, I actually have. This is the highlight of my day I actually got it on Saturday, Saturday evening, but here it is. PayPal actually sent me the debit card that I requested, because all the donations, all the tips I get, all the bits, it goes onto this, and this is what we use on Saturday. We go around and we'll be paying for like movie tickets, and we'll go to the gas pumps, pay for some gas for people, just kind of do some random acts of kindness. And it all starts with this, and this is kind of, because I don't do this full time, I'm a new streamer, and there's so many people out there doing streams that have an immense amount of talent. They can play the guitar, they can sing, they can, you know, they have such a bunch of people that have these talents. I have none of those. I am as close to talentless as you can get. If you look up the word talentless in the dictionary, it says, see, Brian, I'm telling you, I don't have it. But there's people on this streams, they've got it. They can play guitar, they can sing, they can dance, they can do whatever. They can play these games to like level 3,000. You know, I'm a level 3,000 archmage. You know, they're just, you know, unbelievable. Me, no, don't have it. You know, I can do a magic trick every now and then. You know, a little sleight of hand. That's about it. And that's not even real talent. That's something that I learned when I was in school. But anyway, so when I started the channel, I was kind of looking for a direction to go. And after, you know, last week, from January, started this January 1st, and now I've kind of figured it out. I'm like, you know what, I really enjoyed Saturday. I really enjoyed going out and doing these things for people. I mean, it was really something where I said, you know what, you don't ask for anything in return. You just kind of do it and watch your face and see. We were at, Buffalo Wild Wings. We did lunch for a lady and her kids, but it all kind of starts here. This is, you know, I mean, I put in my money. You know, my money's involved with it now, but eventually as I build, I'm hoping to get one follower for every single time I stream. If I can just get one follower every time I stream, then I'll eventually build up to where I have a decent following, and eventually I'll be able to find out if the bits work. If they, you know, they'll kick me bits. I guess you get bits when you watch commercials. I'm assuming, you know, you watch the commercials, they give you so many bits for watching them. So eventually I'll get, you know, the bits coming in, and if people like what I'm doing, they'll throw $1 or $2 and they'll tip. And all of that is going to go on to this. It'll go on to the PayPal. Oh, did I get that upside down? Yeah. It'll go on to the PayPal thing, a little debit card, and this is what we'll use. And then I'm going to stream it live as I go and do it on Saturdays. I invested in a selfie stick, which really sucks. I'm going to buy a different one. The stick I have, if I set it down, it doesn't keep my camera straight. It tilts it so I'm on the side. It's not really one that I like, so I'm going to go look for a different one. But I'm going to tell you, if you haven't got a chance to tune in on Saturday, because that's when I'm going to go out and I'll take. And right now, I'm using, the funds that I'm using to do all this stuff. It's my own money. I don't do this full time. I see a lot of these streamers are amazing. These guys do it full time, and I'll watch. And I like Barnacules. If you ever watch Jerry's channel, if you ever watch Barnacules, you'll see how people are donating bits, and they're tipping, and they're subscribing to his channel. He's got like 70,000 followers, probably like 1 million on YouTube. But he's got a great channel, and it's for him. But he does that full time. That's his job. He needs that to support his family. I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. I work for a prison, so I have job security. Now, they're not going to be getting rid of me anytime soon, because my job is to train and teach these inmates technical skills. They'll leave with their and they'll be able to get their A+ certification, CompTIA, their CompTIA N+ certification. They leave with their IC3 certification. So this is kind of what I do. I have a job. So, but everything that I make on this channel, as I started streaming, I didn't know if I'd like this, because being a new streamer and watching all these guys that have been doing it for a while, and I'm like, wow, man, they're just amazing, because they've got, I've put in, my brother kind of gave me direction, on what to buy, how to set it up. Even though I'm a technical guy, I just never streamed before, and he's into gaming. He's into World of Warcraft, Fortnite, all those games. And he says, well, if you want to stream, and he gave me, I need to have this behind me. I need to have the chroma key background. I need to have lighting and all this stuff. So I've tried to really follow his lead and do whatever. If he said I needed this PC, I got this PC. I need this Stream Deck, I got this Stream Deck. I need 4 of these cameras for whatever. I got 4 cameras, 3 of which are not used. I don't know. But I've tried to listen to him, and try and put a stream together that looks good, and then hopefully over time I'll build a good following and people will actually want to participate. And as I said, sometime like last night, I was going to stay on for a half hour. We ended up being here for like 2.5, almost 3 hours, just chatting about movies. And that was actually a lot of fun, because I'm a huge movie buff. So I love business, technology, and innovation, but I'm a huge movie buff. If there's something decent that I really enjoy, I'll go see. But that's kind of what I'm hoping this channel will be over time, is just get some good people that like to kind of hang out. I try to keep the schedule. The tips that you guys email me, I take them really serious. When I get the emails from you and you say things like, hey man, you should have a schedule, then guess what? I put a schedule together. I do the stream every morning. Every morning you guys see me. I'm there at 6:15, right around 6:15. Every morning I do that live stream going into work, because I'm one of those poor saps that has to work a 40-hour-a-week job. But it's okay. It's all right, because it lets me do the other things. Hey, man, how's it going? Minded Chief. Good to see you, man. So, but I do try to do the things that you guys, talk about, and if you any suggestions you give me. And I will definitely try and keep my, actually, Minded Chief, let me go here. Remember we were talking the other day about those, what were they called? The Sparks? Remember the Sparks we were talking about? I wanted to find out, are there, yeah, I did. I actually liked the stream. That's why I was really, I was making sure that because I kicked you some more of those Sparks you were telling me about, because I have all of them. I'm back up to almost 300,000 now. So, if you want more Sparks, man, you're more than welcome to them. I just don't, I literally didn't know what they were used for, so I've been kind of giving them away. Every time I go to somebody's channel on Mixer, I've been like giving them 5,000, 10,000 Sparks, because, as I said, they just they pile up really quick. Apparently, I stream in the morning, yeah, so I stream in the morning, I stream in the afternoon, then I stream in the evening, and I guess you were telling me you get those when you stream, so yeah, I was like getting all these Sparks, and they just accumulate really quick. So if you get, you're definitely, I'll go ahead and I'll hook you up a little bit later and throw some of them your way, because even though I'm on Mixer, I don't really have, I'm not, what do they call it, a partner, or same thing with Twitch. I'm trying to get there, but they have all these requirements. You have to have so many followers. There's so many different rules. So even though I'm trying to make those, until I get there, I'm going to kind of pay them forward a little bit, and let folks enjoy them. So hopefully I'll after I'm straight. I was going to be here I figured I'd hang out for about an hour or so, and then I was going to go ahead and head off, and I actually had class. I had class tonight for a good 2 hours, man. So you'll see Friday. Yeah, if you're going to be on Friday, I'll hook you up on Friday. I'm going to do Friday, and I'll probably do something during Saturday. I've been doing those. I don't know if you caught it this morning. I went ahead when I went through the drive-thru this morning. I paid for a couple people behind me, and the cars behind me. So yeah, I'll catch you online though. We'll do it on Friday, and I'll hook you up, and I'll give you some sparks because, as I said, they accumulate really quick. I guess the longer I stream, the more they just keep piling them on there. So which is cool. I like that. Anyway, so yeah, let me go here, and I'm gonna just make sure I bookmark you so I don't lose you during the week. There we go. Yeah, I'll hook you up. I'm not. Yeah, right now I've got 346,875 sparks. So you're more than welcome to some of those. I'll toss you some, and if you've got some friends that you want, tell them to come on down and talk, and I'll go ahead and hook them up with some sparks too, and we'll light everybody up with these sparks, I guess. We'll go ahead and get them. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for coming by tonight, and I'm going to go ahead and yeah. See, I didn't know there was a lot. I figured everybody got. What do you get, like 100,000 or 50,000 every time you stream? I don't know. It just seems like it fills it up really quick. And it has a little, what is the level? I don't even know what the level is. It says level next to my name. I've never done anything to go up a level, unless do they increase your level the more you stream? Is that how that works? I don't know. For every hold on. For every 5 minutes watching, you'll earn something. You'll earn 10 XP. Level up to yeah. See, I don't know. That's obviously with yeah. I don't stream a lot either on Mixer. I mean, I stream. I try to stay regular on the schedule that I put up. But a lot of it, as I said, is in the morning. I do that 45 minutes, into work, 45 minutes home, and then I usually do this. And it really, this stream only goes as long as if I have people that I'm chatting with or engaging with, I'll stay on for as long as we want. But then if it kind of slows down and it's just me again, I usually end up cutting it off, and I'll do maybe a half hour or an hour, or sometimes, like the other day, 2.5 hours or longer. So, but yeah, if you don't stream a lot, at least you can pass those sparks on to somebody else. That's kind of the way I look at it. So you're more than welcome to them, though. And I don't know what they're, like I said, I don't know what they're used for, but it's cool that at least I have some people that can use them. And let me go here. I'm going to make sure that I bookmark your, yeah, I want to make sure I bookmark here so I don't forget on Friday to check you out. There we go. Gotcha. All right. So, yeah. Anyway, that was, so yeah, I was just kind of going over my day and kind of some of the crap I dealt with at the prison I work at. It's not, I don't really truly have a hard job. I actually have a very simple job. Teaching technology is not hard. Dealing with all the inmates is not hard. All the stuff I do, it's not tough. It's just, it's stressful for some people. For me, it's not that stressful. So I'm not, make sure I can't find, where is your, oh, there you are. I got you right there. Minded Chief 0. Gotcha. All right. Trying to make sure I get you on there. So, Brian Fu. What is it? Oh, Brian Fu. Glad you stopped by, man. Nice to see you. Hey, if you want some, I was just telling one of the other Minded Chief, if you want some sparks, if you're on, are you on, what are you on? Are you on Mixer? Yeah, you're on Mixer. You want some some sparks, let me know, because apparently I've got a lot. So I'm gonna try and give those away to people that, if they show up off of a Mixer and they want some of the sparks, let me know. If you have a channel, if you actually stream and you want, I can go ahead and go to your channel and hit you up for it and dump some sparks to you if you want. So I'm having a sale, a fire sale, all the sparks you want. So yeah, I'm gonna get rid of all those if I can. I want to see what I want to do is I want to take it down to 0, go from 300 something thousand down to 0, and then see how quickly they build up again. I didn't, that sounds like a lot to me, but maybe it's not. There's probably people with way more than I have, but I was actually going to wait till it gets about like 500,000, and I figure once I get 500,000, I'll just go and start like dumping a big load of these sparks on people. But I still have to figure out what that level is, level 58 or level whatever. So I don't know what that's for. But then I see this has got to be the little square box has got to be for embers. I see, okay, so that's for embers. And the embers are like bits. We talked about that. So those are like the Twitch bits. And all right, so there we go. Anyway, let me change this. I'm gonna change this to something that gives you more skills. Okay. All right. Well, hey, you know what? I have no skill. I was just talking about that. I am the most talentless person, so I don't have any skills. No, I'm kidding. I know what you mean. We're going to go here. Yeah, this is the one I'll go with. I'll go with this one. So, anyway. I will definitely... but I'll make a point to see. I'm gonna do the stream also. I'll do my stream at 7 on Friday, but I'm also gonna do one on Saturday. I haven't been doing a stream on Saturday, but Saturday is gonna be the day that I kind of go out and I get to interact with people, and I'm gonna do the live stream and do some of those cool little things that we did this last Saturday. So it'll be pretty fun. Otherwise, so. Does that background look cool? I mean, does it actually? Can you see that is clear? I'm gonna see if I never take a look at my stream when I'm streaming, so I'm kind of curious how it looks. Let me see how that looks. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I could be flying a spaceship. I could be in. See, now that would be a cool stream to do. Actually act like you're in a spaceship. Act like you're. This would actually be really cool. It looks like Star Wars. Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know where it is. I just happened to pick up the image online. I looked up. I think I looked up Starship or something, and I saw the picture here. I should get a lot of these and actually put my channel like I'm broadcasting from space, trying to reach people. Yeah, childish. That's me. So, yeah, I had a couple of these I picked up. Just anytime I see something that looks cool online, I'll go ahead and pick it up and just put it down as a background. But I can see like the chroma key that I have behind me, the actual green screen. If the lighting's not right, a lot of times it'll fade out or it won't be as clear. But I'm looking at it now. It actually looks kind of clear. A little bit of discoloration down there, but otherwise it looks all right. Not too bad. Cool. So anyway, yeah, these are my brother who was the one who put me on to all this stuff and said, "Oh man, you can start with that pizza stuff again. You're killing me. Every time I told you, I don't know if you watched this morning, I got this email. I've got a couple of emails, and I have guys that are pointing out little things. The pizza's going to kill me because, I mean, I'm actually going to have a cheat day. I think Friday I'm going to actually cheat. I'm going to do pizza. I don't care. I just don't want to, but I'm going to. I'm going to have to. But I got a couple emails. One guy says, he says, "Hey dude," he says, "Do you know that when you're speaking," he says, "you will say the word or as filler space. So like if you're talking and you're thinking of what to say next, you'll say or and I had to go back and watch my streams. I'm going back now and I'm like watching these streams, and oh my God, I know this is something that years ago I used to do. I used to, when I was in school, I would say, and I broke myself of that habit when I became an instructor. I mean, I would speak publicly. I would speak to students. I'd speak to faculty. I'd speak to CEOs. I broke myself of that habit. I took Toastmasters, for God's sakes, and they would ring the stupid bell every time you said as a filler. So I was so sure I'd stop doing that, and I went back and I had to watch all these streams that I was doing, and I'm going, oh my God, I have just regressed. And I don't know if I've been doing it all along. I don't know if I've been doing it, or is it just because I work at a prison? Sometimes you change your vernacular, you change the way you speak to match your surroundings, and I kind of have to dummy down some things when I, no offense, but I mean, I have to dummy down things when you're in prison working with some folks. So I kept thinking maybe I just picked it up again because of where I work. But sure enough, every stream I'm listening to myself and I go, and I'm oh my God. And then I get another email from a different person who says, he says, do you know that, what was it? What was he pointed out something too that I was totally unaware of. And as soon as he points it out, I was like, oh no. Oh, it was on Saturday. Saturday, I was at we were at, I just did, oh my God, I can't stand it. And oh my God, I did it twice. Stop it. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this again, man. So anyway, I was Saturday. I was at Buffalo Wild Wings, and we were speaking with the. God dang it! I was speaking with the waiter, and he was telling me a story about his son, who's 14 years old. I'm going to catch myself every time now, and it's going to drive me nuts. You guys are going to kill me with these emails. But I was telling him. He was telling me about his son, who's 14 years old. And he said, the person who sent me the email said, while this guy was talking to me, I was looking at him, and all I kept saying was, yes, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh, yeah. And I had to go back and watch that. I'm like, no, that's not true. I didn't know. I was having a conversation with this guy. So I go back and I click and I find it. That's when I bought the family and her kids. I bought them lunch. And the waiter was telling me about his kid, and yeah, my ass, but he was telling me about his kid, and sure enough, I went back and I watch it, and there I am. I'm looking at this guy going, yeah, yeah. All of a sudden, I just got this like massive headache. I'm going, oh my God, I can't believe I'm sitting here and I'm not even consciously aware of these things. It's driving me nuts. And so I get another email. It says, do you know when you tell a story, you say, I go, he goes, I go. I'm like, what? So sure enough, apparently when I tell a story, if I'm telling and relating some information and I say, well, I go, hey man, what are you going to do? And he goes, well, what do you think I'm going to do? I go, well, I don't know. You tell me what you're going to do. And he goes, well, I'm going to do whatever you want me. I didn't know. So instead of saying, I said, hey, what are you going to do? He says, well, I'm going to do whatever. I don't say that. I use the words I go and he goes and I go and he go. And so I thank you for all your emails, guys. You're really going to make me self-conscious because now I'm sitting here going, all right, let me think that. I can't say I can't say I got to watch the ums and uhs. I can't sit there and go, yeah. I can't, I got to, and then I can't say I go, he goes, I go. I'm like a wreck, all right. And I never even noticed these. And these are all habits that I had a long time ago. Never had them after I, started being consciously aware of them. And then somewhere along the line, everything fell to hell because now I've picked them all back up, and I have to sit here and I have to catch myself because as soon as I catch myself saying or it even drives me even more insane because I'm instantly aware of it, and I don't know. I would rather have the dead space, the silence, than have to say for filler. So, oh man, the emails you guys send are really great. I mean, if you ever want to POVAmerica@outlook.com, feel free to send all the emails you want. But I'm going to tell you, most of them that I get are great suggestions from you guys. You tell me what you like, what suggestions of what I should do. Excellent emails, because being a new streamer, you guys know I'm new. I've never done this before, so it's kind of all one of those, what makes a good stream? Does it look okay? I mean, I'm trying to figure out that secret sauce. As I told you, I have no talent. I don't play. I have like 6 chords I can play on a guitar. And you know why I can play 6 chords? Because some genius convinced me that if I learn these 6 chords, I can play 40 different songs. That's what I was told. If you just learn these chords, you can play 40 different songs. Come on down, take a look. And I did. I learned, okay, I know A, I know C, I know G, and I learned these stupid chords, and I watched this guy on YouTube, and I don't care how many times I play these chords, I sound nothing like this guy who's playing. So it was like, yeah, I'm doing great. I'm trying. I'm telling you, it's a lot tougher. I watch these folks on their streams, and they have amazing streams that they do. And I'm like, you know what? I really, truly want to have a good stream, but I can't sing, can't dance, can't play an instrument. I don't have the right assets, that some other streamers have. So there's not, I have to rely on something else. And I'm like, what do I have that really would make a fun stream? And then I kind of just had to say, you know what, it's going to be fun if I enjoy it. That's really, by doing all like the things we did on Saturday, the Saturday stream was fun for me, because they were just random acts of kindness. These are the people that we bought lunch at Taco Bell for somebody, we bought the movie tickets, we did all these little things. And that was fun. And that was kind of what I enjoyed. So as I looked at it, and I thought, well, I could have a stream that is just, because I love business, technology, innovation. I'm a huge movie buff. There are things I enjoy. But those will come up like last night. We went for like 2.5 hours or whatever talking about movies. And that was cool. Assets, exactly right. And some of those assets I don't have. And, but they make, oh my God, they make bank. I'm watching their streams, and people are just like falling over themselves to give them money. And I would sit and I'd find myself watching these streams for like an hour, going, why is this so popular? Why are they donating? What is she doing? Then all of a sudden, after about an hour, I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Duh, it has nothing to do with the conversations, because there was no substance to the conversation. I mean, they literally, oh my God, my friend Rebecca, she's so silly. She goes telling me the other day that we should do this. And I said, no, we shouldn't do that. All of a sudden I'm like, oh, okay, I know why these are popular now. I get it. So, yeah, and I don't have any of those particular assets. We'll do air quotes. I don't have any assets, so to speak. So, but yeah, it is kind of as I go through, I realize that I don't have those, but I did finally find out something that I would enjoy doing while I stream. And that actually is those things like I did on Saturday, or even today. I don't know if you caught the morning stream when I went into work. We bought lunch or brought breakfast for a couple people behind us. That's kind of where as I figured it out, I figured out that eventually, there's eventually going to be somebody, someday on Twitch, they're going to find out that they have some bits, and they're going to de-virginize me, and they're going to donate some bits. And this little funky thing that's on my screen, it looks like looks like an office. No, what is it? It looks like a force field with packs of cigarettes holding it up from underneath. It's the little bit thing. If you're watching on Twitch, you'll see actually, I guess if you're watching anywhere, you could probably see that. But it's a little thing where bits and tips fall into. So eventually I'll get de-virginized, and somebody will donate bits, or they'll put a tip in there. And when that happens, it'll eventually go on this. This is the PayPal debit card that I had them send me. And we're going to use this on Saturdays to go ahead and do those random acts of kindness. We're going to have some fun with it. So that was kind of what I decided, you know what? That's what my channel will be. It'll just be a channel where I can have some fun and actually do things that I enjoy. But yes, I can't sing, I can't dance, but I could definitely make some people smile on the weekend, go out on Saturday and do some cool stuff. Right now, I'm doing it on my own dime because I don't do this for a living. I actually have a real job. and it's you know, I have a little bit of security there, so I'm not worried about it. But I definitely appreciate, though, that you guys came and hung out with me tonight, because I was going to just do a half hour. We're already kicking over an hour. I was only going to do a half hour, and just I had my class. For those of you that know, I'm taking all these stupid classes I have to for the prison I work at, just to maintain this teaching certificate. You know, the credentials. I have to take like all these classes, and I'm at that point where I'm so sick of school, so sick of classes. I don't want to take them anymore, but you end up having to for this job I have, so I can teach these students and, you know, mold their minds, make them into better. And I've actually been feeding them lately. I don't know if any of you guys have ever heard of Tony Robbins. If you ever see a movie called Shallow Hal, he's the guy that actually like hypnotizes Hal in the elevator or whatever it was, to where he sees Gwyneth Paltrow as thin and stealthy instead of large. But he does all this he's like the motivational guru that's been around forever. And so I've been kind of playing these inmates, a lot of the YouTube videos that he's put up there for motivation and to make their lives better, and they've been eating it up. It's just really great information. Amazing stuff he puts out there. So I've been kind of using that as a backdrop to kind of help these guys. So it's been fun. It's been definitely different. So anyway, guys, I don't want to keep you all night or anything. It's been over an hour. I definitely don't want to keep you all night. So if you have some place you want to go or something you want to check out, I understand. I'm going to go ahead and start winding down anyway, because I definitely want to finish my homework. I'm at that point where I'm juvenile, childish, immature, but if I don't get this stuff done, I know I'm going to end up regretting it later. So I figure if I can get it done tonight and then call it a night early, I might actually get 4 hours sleep instead of my usual 3 hours. Because you guys, if you've been watching, you know I don't sleep. I'm up. Even last night after the stream, what did I do? I was like, oh wow, it was like 10:30 or whatever time it was. I'm like, I'm gonna go to bed. I'll get to bed early. No, I sat up and watched Bumblebee. I don't know if you've seen it. It was actually really good. I was kind of surprised. So I watched Bumblebee, and then by that time it was well after midnight. And I'm like, oh man, I've stayed up all this. So then of course I had to watch one more, because you watch one, you got to be like, okay, there's one more movie I wanted to see. So I ended up watching it, and it was okay. I mean, it was an older movie, and it was one that I had seen before. It was called Galaxy Quest, and I just, for some reason, every now and then I like to rewatch these ones that I've liked. So I ended up watching that until wee hours of the morning, and then by that time it was like I get about 3 hours sleep. So I'm not going to worry about it. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you coming by tonight. And hopefully I do the morning stream at 6:15. I do the evening or the afternoon stream at around 3:30, and then I'm here at 7. So if you guys can come by and chat a little bit, we'll go ahead and pick it up again later. But I'll let you guys get back to your regularly scheduled programming or whatever you guys are doing for tonight. It's being a Tuesday night was not a bad night for me. I mean, it was actually I'm glad you guys stopped by and we had some time to BS a little bit. So but I'll definitely catch you too on Friday, like I was saying. If you're on Mixer and you want some of these sparks that I have, let me know on Friday. I'm going to go ahead and pass them all out. I've got, by that time, I'll probably have 400,000 of these things. And if you can, if you want some of them, you're more than welcome to them. I'll go ahead and light you up on Friday and pass out some sparks to you. So anyway, hopefully you guys had we had a decent conversation tonight, and I look forward to seeing you back again. I'm going to call it a night tonight. So I'd say have fun. Matter of fact, let me see what I got here. I've got a ton. Oh yeah, I do. I've got all this I got to do. So yeah, I'm actually going to have to. I got to clean up the kitchen here before I got to clean up the kitchen before I go to bed. So yeah, let me get busy on this stuff, and then I'll catch you guys a little bit later. So have a great night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Have a good one. Bye bye.